Do you want to be able to create an undead horde?
You'll be in a big.
Do you want to be able to raise people from the dead to make them your minions? Well, have I got the Baldur's Gate honor mode build for you? Let's get into it. Alright, so for this build, you are going to start out with a wizard that is spec. Doesn't really matter. I definitely pick Mage Hand, because Mage Hand will let you make Grim Arrow, not Grim Arrow, Grim a lot easier on honor mode. Besides that, it's really up to you. Fun, familiar, extra summon, yada. This is the important part. Strength, obviously, 8. Dex, 16. Constitution, 17. Intelligence, 8. Even though this is your spellcasting modifier, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the Blighted Village in Act 1 and try to get the Crown of Intelligence that sets your intelligence to 17. When you go talk to Lumpy Enlightened, you will have to pass a persuasion roll, or if you can't, pay him the 500 gold and call them in when fighting Dror Raglan. Most likely, they will all die. You can get the free crown. And then the rest of this is really, I have charisma because I have a build that I'm testing out that's half necromancer, half paladin. But really, the rest of this is just how you want. The important part is the dex on the intel, and then skill proficiencies doesn't matter. So confirm, level up, and then make sure you pick necromancy, because for some reason in wizard I always just skip past this. I pick shield and ice knife. Again, doesn't really matter. Level up. And it also doesn't matter. I suppose you can, a good one for this would be like a tiefling or a halfling because of some of the racial abilities, but it doesn't really matter. For this, definitely pick knock, because I have never found a knock scroll, ever, and then the rest doesn't matter. Elf's acid arrow, again, doesn't matter. Blade ward, Elves, living blade, actually shatter. And it's the feats. First feat is going to be Dual Wielder. Why? Well, you can't see it. Because you need this. We'll talk about it when we get to the gear, actually. You'll see why. Except, and then it's having you pick counterspell for sure, and then pace, and then fireball and blur. And then here, as you see, creatures created with create undead have additional hit points equal to your wizard level and your proficiency bonus. It's added to their damage. You can go full wizard if you want, and you gain an additional undead. So I'm not sure when that doesn't matter, because you can just find scrolls. Just find a bunch of scrolls and learn the spells. Flip of warding, and that's. For this feat, you are going to pick, not Weapon Master. Where is it? Hit Tough. I was looking at maybe adding a armor feat, but that's not going to work. So the best thing to do for this is when you defeat Raphael, and I highly recommend doing everything on armor mode, take his armor, because his armor gives you proficiency with that armor while wearing it, or try to find an armor like that, and slap it onto your wizard. There you go. And then I'm going to take a level of Paladin here. Why does that not give me heavy armor? Which is but that's fine. Boom. Except you could take a level of Paladin too if you don't want to defeat Raphael. And then now my AC is 18. And then as long as I'm dual wielding, it'll be 19. So, as you do see though, I don't gain a spell slot. So I have 4, I should be at 5 at least. I've already used all these at the start, so just gonna go through them real quick. This one you get from He Who Was. It lets you cast a crow with a 1 health in blind people. I think most people know how to get this. If you pass the next check on the Nautiloid, you can find us in the, I guess, Mind Flare hideout when fighting Catherine Shadow. This is also an Act 2 in Moonrise. You need Gale to get it. It's a really good summon. It has a String Strain ability. That is why you're picking Dual Wield, because you can also get Planar Ally, summon a Cambion with this Rapier you get from, again, Act 2, saving Mazora from the Mind Flare hideout with Will passing a Poison check. And then Closet, which is a shovel. Most of these, fairly easy to get. Make sure you also get the Necromancer SA from Act 1. Beat it with whatever person you want to be your Necromancer. Do not beat it with anybody else, because otherwise it is going to mess you up. That will give you 5 ghouls. And now for... I actually maybe would do this. Hang on, let me see. Do I have enough bodies? I do. So, actually, I don't have Raider Undead for some reason. But that's fine. I will throw these 2 bodies out and just show y'all real quick. So, in my opinion, best summons are either the ghouls or the skeletons. Because skeletons you get 4 of, and they're ranged. They only have 28 health. But if you use your hirelings and you group everybody together, you can buff your summons with aid, with warding bond, with poison resistance, with death ward, with freedom of movement. Basically, you'll be able to buff your whole party and your summons, which is good, right? I think a Cambion and like a Diva at max level, they have 140 health. A Rock Elemental may have 160. That's really good, right? What I also recommend is farming these scrolls. Why? Because you can find scrolls of Summon Elemental or Minor Elemental, and they don't use spell slots, and you can cast them. And those don't get an additional undead because they're not considered undead. So you can just use the scroll, pop it, and you're good. What I also recommend doing is do a walkthrough of this because it's important for the build, just in a different video. Of Sorcerous Sundries, there is a Deepa Scroll and there is a staff. For your Necromancer, that staff lets you cast any level spell once a day without expending a spell slot. Use that, and you can also swap it between characters. So all your party can use it once. All your hirelings can use it once. So you can go in, pop 8 at level 6, get 25 additional hit points for your summons, and your party. So this would be 40, no, it's 2. I think us at max level is like 86. The Cambion and the Diva are definitely above 100, 120. So there's that, right? You also have Scratch. I don't really recommend taking Scratch. There's no reason. But once you fully maximize this build, it should get you to at least 15 summons, right? So I can also make a video on how to, I guess, do the hiring strat that I do. It's fairly easy, fairly self-explanatory. But that is about it. Make sure you get that staff. Make sure you get these items, especially this one, because it's basically Bazor. What's her name? The God of Mad. Mistra. Mistra would want you to not make this, and the buff you get for not making it is not that good. So just look at this. Plus, Mistra kind of wants him to off himself. So, but yes, that's about it for this video, I believe. Hopefully this one turns out better than the last one. I don't know why my last one rendered weird. If you have any questions about this build, let me know. I may make a part 2 of it being fully maximized. I just have to go through like 4 dungeons and level up. Uh, 4 dungeons and level up 3 more times. So it's gonna be a bit. Anyway, remember to like and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts, and I will see y'all later. Peace.